Hello, I'm Derek as well, Chief Investment Officer for Shelton Capital Management, and this is a Shelton Capital CIO Minute. It's been a rough ride for small cap equities. They've underperformed large caps by close to 15% this year and have been consistently lagging larger stocks since 2014. Now, a lot of small cap underperformance can be tied to the profit margins, particularly in the past few years. While interest rates were to zero post the pandemic, easy money made it easy for smaller, more speculative companies to raise capital, including equity capital. Investors were regaled with tales of unicorns, private companies with greater than $1 billion valuations. And many of those firms went public, some through an even more speculative investment vehicle, SPACs. In the end, we had a small cap universe where fully 25% of the companies in the Russell 2000 small cap index have no earnings. Thus, these are long duration assets with cash flows far out in the future, and they're very sensitive to changes in interest rate. And so when rates began to rise in 2022, these stocks took a beating. And many, if not most of those billion-dollar market caps are no more. Now that the interest rate cycle is showing signs of turning, small caps have started to show some life, at least keeping up with large caps, and in fact, in the past couple of days, are starting to outperform. The potential for long-term small cap outperformance is there. They're as cheap relative to large caps as they've been in nearly, or maybe even longer than 20 years. But don't be drawn to the temptation of the effect that falling interest rates will have on the riskier small cap issues. While they may get a further pop from a turn in the cycle, the long-term potential of small cap stocks lies in the higher quality issues with higher margins and higher earnings. Focus on those, or alternatively, look overseas, where SPACs and the speculative fervor of the post-pandemic period did not inject a wave of risky, unprofitable businesses into the international small cap universe. For further information, please don't hesitate to call or contact your local Shelton Capital representative. This has been a Shelton Capital CIO Minute.